So how much should you charge as a beginner copywriter? This is one of the most common questions I hear. How much do you charge for your services? How much should you charge? Without understanding this, it is going to be a really hard road for you as a copywriter starting out. So in this video, I want to give you a 3-step framework to follow so you can understand how much you should be charging for your copywriting services. And before I jump into the first 3 steps, do make sure that you join my copywriting club below, the link below in the description, where I share more insider tips, tricks, and courses and stuff like that, and tutorials on copywriting and getting started with your freelance business. So we'll jump into the first step, which is understanding your prospects at a deeper level. We first need to know what is a prospect or a business owner or a customer or a client actually looking for in a copywriter. Why are they looking for a copywriter? Because people are looking for copywriters for different reasons. They may be looking to replace an existing writer. They may be doing all the email copywriting and copy themselves, and they want to now free up some time and just bring somebody in to give them more time to focus on growing the business. This is all going to affect how much you charge as a copywriter. And in the beginning, our main goal is to provide as much value as possible and build that trust with the client. Because we want longer term clients here. We don't just want one-off projects. I would be looking to work with clients longer term, so not just a really short-term project. That's really good for both business and you as a freelance copywriter for growing your freelance business. It also helps us by understanding where this business is at and what they're looking for a writer for to actually charge premium prices straight out the gate. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or not. So that brings me on to my second step, which is something called price anchoring. Now, price anchoring is, in a simple term, I will put on the screen now what price anchoring is, but in a loose definition, it's setting value in a prospect's mind so that your actual price seems like a gift to your prospect. You see this on Amazon quite a bit, where they have a list price and then they have the real price alongside that, along with the amount that you save. And that's for a physical product, not a service. The price gets anchored and then you see another price and you instantly see that that is more valuable, or you see the thing you're buying as more valuable. And this can work in a copywriting sense as well. So let's say, for example, you usually charge £150 an email, and a client is hiring you to write they want like a 10 email sequence. So that would usually be for you £1,500. Let's just say you can do it for £1,000. Maybe you do it as £1,000 because you are just starting out with the client and you want to offer them almost like de-risk the offer, or just because you're just getting started out and you want to see things grow and flourish in the future. That's kind of one way to think about it. When you're starting out, your main goal is to build trust with this client, right? You don't want to take them for a ride. You also don't want to spook them so they ghost you because your price is too high, right? And there's kind of like a happy medium between the two. Because obviously if you charge too little, you're going to be undervaluing yourself and you're probably going to attract the wrong types of people. And your services are probably not going to come across as highly valuable. This is all about perception as well. If your client sees your prices and they're more expensive and you have the confidence, that should initially show to them, and you have proof of this as well, that should initially signal to them that this guy knows his stuff, he's confident in what he's doing, I want to go with this guy. Whereas if you have high prices and maybe no track record or case studies, which you may as a beginner copywriter, but you also have no confidence in what you're offering, that is probably going to be a big turn off for people, right? But if you have the confidence and you have maybe some sample emails or sample copywriting to show people, you can still get in the door with people without case studies. And then you can use your first, second, third, fourth client to get case studies and then use that to get new clients as you grow your freelance copywriting business. The third step in this framework is to forget about scaling your business. So a lot of people, when they're starting out with copywriting, they think 10 steps too far in front of where they actually are, rather than just focusing on the next step, how to get from step 1 to step 2. They're at step 1 or step 0 and they're trying to think about what's going to happen at step 10. So they're worried about how to scale this copywriting business, even though they don't have any clients yet. This might be you. So my thought process with this is just start and just use your time until you have no more time in however much you want to work as a copywriter. And then start thinking about scaling. Then start bringing in other copywriters. Then start increasing your prices and reducing the amount of time you're working and the amount of clients you're working with. And in no time at all, you will be at the financial figures that you want to reach, whether that's something like a couple of grand a month just as a side gig, or you want to actually replace a full-time income and go 10, 15, 20k a month and scale it even further as like an agency where you have multiple copywriters and people working underneath you. It's all possible. But when you're first starting out, just focus on getting from step 0 to step 1, which essentially is just getting a client or two. Start producing some results, start generating some case studies, get some nice words off people, produce some good work, build trust, build value with your clients. That's the main thing. You want long-term clients this, right? Long-term clients, the best place to be with this. Don't just have short-term one-off clients. It can be good in like the short term, but if you want to do copywriting for the long run and you actually enjoy writing and you want to build this lifestyle business where you can live life on your terms and work when you want and with whom you want, that's what I would be focusing on. So I hope this is useful. Make sure you join my copywriting club in the link below where I share more tutorials and tips on getting started with a freelance copywriting business. And any comments or questions on what we've talked about or this framework, drop them in the comments below and I'll respond to you with a comment or even reply with a video. So see you in a bit. Hope it was useful.